Hey everyone, I'm Daily Mirror columnist Jessica Bolton, and this is Daily Mirror's Jess Saying Live. Tonight sees the start of ITV's brand new celeb challenge show, The Games, where 12 famous faces will be putting themselves through Olympic-style challenges over the course of the week to see who will be top of the medal table and who fall flat at the first hurdle, perhaps even literally. I'm joined today by three of the stars who are bravely taking part. It's Love Island and Towie star Olivia Attwood, Harry Potter star turned MMA cage fighter Josh Herdman, and her mum might not be sporty, but she's definitely going to be spicing up the show. It's Phoenix Brown. Hi, guys.
Right.
Thank you so much for joining us. And you're down at the stadium already in Crystal Palace, aren't you? Ahead of tonight's first live show.
Oh yeah.
How are you feeling?
Excited, nervous. Yeah,
Excited, definitely. Hopefully, none of us are gonna fall flat out on our face today. So.
The last 2 times I've done the hurdles, I have fell, so it's possible. It's possible. How you feeling, Joe?
I'm feeling alright. It's the whole. It's like the 12 weeks, the build up. It's all. That's the part I find the hardest. You know, now it's here. Now you can enjoy it. You know.
And for those that that are going to be seeing it tonight, you're coached by a proper sort of Olympians and experts in their field across it's swimming, diving, athletics. So it sounds like a fantastic experience if you're of the sporty nature, which all three of you are. It sounds hellish to myself, but yeah, I see you three are all very sporty. So what's been the biggest challenge so far in these 12 weeks of training behind the scenes?
I think the sheer volume of what we're doing, all the different disciplines. So, moving from one discipline to the next, kind of finding your feet with, like, say, diving. The next day you're doing the climbing wall, then you're doing throwing, and then you've got to go back to diving the week later. It's a lot physically and mentally.
Yeah, mine would be just diving because I don't like heights. So anything with heights is just a no-go for me. But we're here doing it, and we're gonna definitely come first place.
I love it.
Like what Olivia said, it's hard adjusting. Like if it was just a running competition, you're doing various different runs, then your brain could handle it a bit better. But yeah, you've been just so absorbing all this different information every single day. It's quite overwhelming. Yeah,
we're juggling a lot, but we're pro athletes.
You probably are by the end of this, because I think tonight we're going to see live the men's hammer and the 400 meters, and we'll see with the women it's synchronized diving, isn't it? Or no, we'll see the results of the synchronized diving, because I think do you pre-record some bits for practicality reasons? Is that right?
I don't know how it's shown, to be honest.
Oh, we're losing. I know it's the hurdles live tonight, isn't it? For the women's hurdles. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. I think for us, it feels like everything's going out live. I just don't know what order you're being shown it.
Yeah, we're definitely doing everything live. We're not doing scattered bits.
Yeah, so it's going to be, but it sounds exhausting. I know you've got the big hurdles race tonight. So how are you feeling about that?
I personally am dreading the hurdles just because I've had a terrible time in training the last two sessions since I injured my shoulder. My balance is a little bit off, so it's not the best of me. I'm waiting for sign off from the doc this morning on my shoulder.
Oh my God.
Not fall over and hurt the other one. Phoenix is sick at the hurdles.
I'm excited.
This is her thing. She's great.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that much pressure on me.
Sorry.
I am excited. It's gonna be fun. This is where the true competition starts, because everyone's in game mode and everyone's very competitive. And we all want to win. We all want to do well for ourselves.
For sure.
And obviously, what injuries have you all sustained so far? Like you said, you've hurt your shoulder, Olivia, and now it's touch and go. Might doctors say you can't compete tonight, or are you okay to compete, but you've got to be careful?
I'm going to take part in the warm up and then see basically how we're looking, and then chat to the doc, and yeah, he'll make the call on it. So I think we should be okay. Going to dose up on the pain medication, get some strapping on it, and then yeah, hopefully we're good to go.
She's a pinball. You just wait until you see her run.
Oh really?
Like loads of niggles and strains. I mean, I've had hamstrings, quads, a part in my ankle, my shoulder went a little bit through climbing. Nothing major, just like niggles and strains.
And what about you, Phoenix? How have you fared?
I mean, I'm definitely broken in every bit possible, but every day is a new day, so we just put some band-aids on and then we're good to go.
Brilliant. Are you three quite competitive? Is it been very competitive behind the scenes with the other celebs as well?
Oh yeah, no one speaks to each other. No, I'm kidding. No, we're all very friendly, but we know it's good sportsmanship, and we all just want to have fun. So we are competitive, but then after the show, we all just congratulate each other.
I'd say typically the boys are more competitive than the girls.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely.
to be expected, I think.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, like, because we've all bonded and we're all like mates now.
Yeah.
We do genuinely want each other to do well, but we want to do well ourselves as well. So it's kind of like it's a weird scenario to be in where you want someone to do well, but you kind of don't at the same time. And what I've noticed is it's definitely got a little bit less friendly. Like now, competition week is here. I mean, I've just noticed everyone's sort of maybe talking, joking around. It's a little bit less, but we're all still mates. So
it's all like everyone's upping their game now. Is it? Is that a little bit of?
It's in the air,
Is there any sort of psyching out going on? Is there people coming in sort of, trying to psych out the competition?
Going on, to be fair, yes.
Mind games, baby, mind games, all the way.
Tell us some of the mind games going on. I want to hear what it's like in the changing rooms back there.
I think the boys would be a lot different than the girls. The girls are like,
it's quite light-hearted, to be honest. Kind of we're trying to get inside each other's heads and stuff a little bit, but it's all with a smile. You all do it with a smile on your face, so it's not mega serious, So sorry.
Who would you say is your biggest competition? Josh, you first, and then girls, you second. Because
well,
for those who are not watching, there's a male winner and a female winner, isn't at the end of the week? So
initially it was Wes and Ryan who was my main competition. But it could be Clifton as well. So
oh yeah, he's
really
Clifton's a dark horse. So you gotta. Yeah, it's hard. You just don't know. You don't know till the day. Like
anything can happen.
Yeah, because even the favourites in training, what happens on the night might be completely different. So you just don't know. I think for me, I'm kind of like, I think since I got injured, I've kind of gone into my own little bubble now, and I'm just focusing on getting through the week with all the body parts I started with. So that's I think I'm kind of in my own little zone now. I just want to get through. Hopefully everything holds up, and I've sort of do myself proud more than thinking about other people too much.
More than thinking about where you're going to come and if you're going to win at the end of the day. Yeah. What about you, Phoenix? Who's your biggest competition, do you think?
Honestly, everyone, but Chelsea and Christine. I mean, Christine and Chelsea, Christine is just like, oh yeah, I don't know if I can do it. And then she just absolutely aces it. So you don't know. You know what I mean? And then Chelsea, she's just, I don't know, she's just competitive. So
she's a good all-rounder, isn't she?
Yeah, just everything. She's so good at everything. So you just want to beat her just for fun.
What's been your favourite sport to learn? Because you are, I mean, like Phoenix, you did basketball at school, you were captain of that. So you're all very sporty. Olivia, you used to run professionally, well, you used to compete for your county and the country, didn't you, at one point? We got you here.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Look at that.
Look at you go. And obviously, Josh, you're now in MMA. So and you're a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So you're all pretty sporty already. What's been the best thing for you to learn that's sort of completely out of your wheelhouse?
I like diving. I enjoy diving. I always wanted to learn how to dive properly. I mean, everyone saw my dive on Love Island. It was funny, but it wasn't cute. So yeah, I wanted to be able to learn to do a nice dive, which I think I've accomplished. We'll see.
I've really enjoyed the climbing. That's definitely something I'm going to be carrying on doing, because it ticks all the boxes for me, really. Because you're getting a good workout with the climbing. It's brain training because you've got to pick your route, and you know, and I'm getting like a buzz out of it as well. It's getting an adrenaline hit. So
yeah.
I'm definitely going to carry on climbing.
Yeah. I like that. What about you, Phoenix?
Heights was my biggest fear.
Yeah.
I didn't know how serious it was until you actually face the fear, and the fact that I've done it and I've jumped off heights that I didn't think I would do. That for me is enough.
So that's kind of your biggest achievement, because it is like something so out of your. How high is the diving, by the way?
Oh, you're gonna have to find out.
Oh, is that a secret? Okay, that's a secret. Well, I mean, it's all just amazing. I was the person at school, it'll come as no surprise, who the 1500 meters was like the dreaded day in PE. So, I mean, massive respect to you for doing all of this, because you must be exhausted. What tips have you got for keeping fit during this? What have you been doing in terms of your routines, your eating? You know, how have you been keeping on top of yourself?
I mean, I was just saying, Phoenix and I are the naughty ones of the group. Like, we're always sneaking a burger. But I think in a weird way, for what we're doing, it's so cardio heavy that actually we just need the calories. So actually, you kind of can get away with eating more. For me, I've ditched the booze completely. I've not had a drink in like nearly 3 months, which is a world record for myself personally. It's my biggest achievement. So yeah, ditch the booze. So that was probably the biggest thing for me, because I knew that I wouldn't be able to sustain this schedule with hangovers. Just impossible.
Oh, how are you feeling after doing that? You feel better for it?
I feel amazing. I feel fresh. I realise there are absolutely no benefits to drinking. Yeah, I can't wait to have a drink at the end.
I was going to say, you can keep it up now, or is this like straight in the rap party? You're going to like bring on the champagne.
Drinking adds nothing to my life, but I still do enjoy a good night out.
I think it's for me. I like a drink. It's
let it go, isn't it?
It's good that we've had this where we can't, and it's good to put yourself, you know, to not do that for a while. But it's like not having the freedom to do it. That's what's been doing my head in a bit. I have cut out the junk food, so no chocolate, no burgers, pizza. And I'm a junk food. I'm a fiend.
Mate. I've eaten it for
but not had like, I feel like I haven't had the freedom to do the things I want to do. I can't go to the gym and train the thing that body parts that I want to train. Like I would usually, I have to train specific to the sports. I've been having like one PT session in between, like on top of the training that I've been doing with the games. Yeah. Just one. My PT's been hammering my legs. I was trying to get my legs as strong as possible. But yeah, for me, it's not having the freedom to. It's like preparation for a fight. It's the same.
Yeah.
Like, you know, actually, it's worse for a fight because you have to make a weight. So it's even more strict. Whereas, like, you know, I have been having the odd cheat meal here and there,
but is that sort of restriction of what you can only do this? So it sounds like your hardship is not being able to work out enough on your bit. I mean, Josh, it's amazing, this transformation you've done into being an MMA cage fighter. I mean, what made you want to go down that route, and how does it feel when you step in the ring normally? Because you must be super tough.
Well, first of all, I'm not gonna like say, because that's what happened. My first fight went viral, and then it was all of a sudden Josh is now an MMA fighter, and like almost like it was a career change, but it never was. It was just more of like a box I wanted to tick. And then 2 years later, I had another fight, and I'm an actor first, and you know, and MMA and fighting and martial arts is secondary. So I haven't competed since 2018, but the door's not closed. You know, I would be open to another one for sure.
Has this made you most feared out of the boys that are competing this week? Because they must be a bit like, hang on a second, you know.
In terms of strength, maybe I think I was strong. I was the strongest probably out of all of them, with the strongest legs and stuff. Not in terms of speed. I'm not the fastest, but we've been working on it, so we're all getting faster, and I'm quietly confident with my speed and my technique at the minute. So we have to see later.
He's rapid. I don't know what he's saying, but he's fast.
Is he? Like, we're going to see some future like Olympians out of this. Is anyone actually thinking they might be able to take up anything like professionally?
I don't know about that, but we'll definitely stay active.
Yeah, I mean, it's more like the local leisure centre, not the Commonwealth Games. Yeah.
Hey, Phoenix, you were saying that you were both having a little bit of naughty junk food in between scenes. Can you tell us what have you both been treating yourselves to, and what else you've been getting up to?
We'll go straight to the snack food. There's no communication needed. It's all in the eyes.
We've been working out hard. We deserve some snack food.
That's the logic. Exactly, yeah.
And we train so much that we think we deserve it after a day. So, I mean, it's fine because we end up working it off.
True.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, how many hours a day are you kind of training at the moment? Or
it was like, how long were the days? They're a good like 6-7 hours sessions.
The track and field days really took it out of you, because we'd be doing the sprint training in the morning, then we'd be doing the hammer or the javelin in the afternoon, and then we'd be doing the hurdles at the end of the day. We was there at the athletic centre, and some of the professionals coming up to us saying, "How are you guys doing these 3 sports in one day? That's insane!" And looking at us like we're aliens. Like, that's unheard of. No one does that
for every sport. So the fact that we have to do one and then change again. It's consistent, but it's almost not, because you're doing so many different variations.
Yeah, 100%.
You're doing, it's a tough show, isn't it? I mean, for those who remember, it used to be on Channel 4 a fair few years ago, and now this is the big reboot on ITV, and it sounds like it's going to be really, really exciting. I think some of the other people taking part, you've got Christine McGuinness, who you talked about before, Ryan Thomas, who is the Ryan you mentioned, Chris Colson, Colson Smith, who's doing this as a continuation of his weight loss journey from Corrie, which is amazing. It's a really good mix. Max George. It seems to be a really lovely mix of people, but I can see, they are people that have all competed in quite a lot of things. Like, you've got Kevin Clifton, who's obviously, very competitive from Strictly and has the skills there. So it's going to be really fun to see how it all works out in this kind of Olympic setting. In terms of the sports like javelin and the hammer, now I go ask, do you get any inspiration by thinking who you might actually hit with the javelin or dash hammer? That's how I see.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and give back the mushy answer. I can't believe going into this. My work for the last couple of years has been quite solo. I'm doing a lot of stuff on my own, and coming into a big cast show, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to find it again, being around loads of different personalities. And God, we have had such a laugh, haven't we? We laugh every day, despite the fact it's a serious competition, and we obviously are all having that competitive feeling. We have such a laugh with it. So there's no one I want to impale on a javelin yet, but it's only day one. So ask me on and then I'll tell you.
Yeah, we're all definitely a big mix of different personalities, but I feel like because we all get along really well. Yeah, there's no clashes. We're not all trying to be different people. We're all our own people. So it works, honestly. So there's no drama here, sweetie.
No drama. It's really good. So far, the first live night tonight. So we never know. By Friday, when it's down to the final points or who's going to win, it's and it's all for the honour of winning as well. So really, it's just for the enjoyment of doing the show and learning new skills, as we all know. So we just have a bit of fun. But Olivia, for you, I know you've talked about how you used to do running, as we saw, and you ended up having to quit because of your enlarged heart valve from the training. Has this been quite emotional for you to come back and get back into a sport like this? Because it must be very much thinking you could have gone down this route, very, very nearly gone down this sort of route before. Oh, have you frozen? You either froze or you were still waiting for me to finish the question. Did Olivia? I was just saying. Oh, can you hear me? Oh, we're just having a little technical problem, I think. Sorry, everyone watching. Olivia, can anyone hear me? Just having a little problem. They're down at Crystal Palace where they'll be doing the competition tonight, and it's the girls are doing hurdles and the men are doing hammer and 400-meter race. So they're already down there at the stadium. So we're having a little bit of a signal problem. So I think they'll be back in a second. Whilst they're coming back, sorry, bear with us a little bit. But yes, the show starts at 9 p.m. tonight. It's being hosted by Freddie Flintoff and Holly Willoughby, with Alex Scott and Chris Kamara, who are going to be trackside getting the interviews with them after they've all competed. So it's the 6 male celebs, 6 female celebs, all battling it out in a range of different contests over the week. And Friday, they're going to name a winner, male and female. Obviously, it's a difficult one for that. Brings us into the whole question of sort of if there was unisex categories, which is a very difficult one at the moment for various different reasons, which has been a discussion in the news. So at the moment for this series, it seems to be a male winner, female winner, and there's the full list of people taking part include Wes Nelson, who is also Love Island the year after Olivia, Rebecca Sarker, from Corrie, and we've also got Chelsea Grimes, the singer-songwriter, Colson Smith, again, who's lost so much weight over the past few years and totally transformed himself, looking amazing. And this is just the latest thing that he's doing to really turn himself into somebody who's completely different sort of healthy outlook. Max George from The Wanted as well is taking part, obviously, very poignant for him after the loss of his bandmate Tom last month. So it's going to be quite an emotional one, I think, for everybody on here. We're just hearing from the technical side. I think they're coming back very shortly. We blame it down at the Crystal Palace Stadium, so they're having a little bit of trouble. Obviously, perhaps all that running around this morning is not doing anything for the Wi-Fi situation down there. It seems to be a little bit patchy. So it should be a really fun one. So later in the week, we're going to see the women do javelin, and then we've also got them doing the 400 meters as well. So it's different events each night for both sort of teams as such. So it should be a really, really good fun thing. And I mean, crikey, it sounds hellish to me. I don't know what anyone else thinks. If people want to send their numbers in, if people want to send their questions for everybody in, please do so and put your comments up, because they'll be keen to get them. I'm just going to try and locate where they are. We're going here. Bear with us 1 second. I'm multitasking, not only live, I'm just trying to find out what's happening with the Wi-Fi issue. So bear with me. We'll be there in a second. I do appreciate it. So obviously, for anyone that doesn't know, obviously Phoenix is Mel B's daughter. Hence, being part of the Spice Girls family there, she's going to have her mum come along and watch her during the week at some point. She was just about to tell us about that. And, obviously Auntie Sporty Spice was there at her birth. So she should have some sporty sort of like in the genes. Anyway, we're just trying to see whether we can get them. We're going as fast as we can. So thank you for bearing with us. Apologies for the thing there. Now, if anyone with Josh Herdman, of course, what we were about to ask him about he was Gregory Goyle in Harry Potter. And for those of you that might not know, he was one of Draco Malfoy's friends. Here you see there on the left. There he is in the background. He was one of the sort of big bullies of the show. So that was his first sort of claim to fame. His dad was a actor as well, Martin Herdman, who'd been in The Bill and many different things. So it kind of came up in the family. But it wasn't much of a surprise, I suppose, when you think Gregory Goyle would be doing MMA and also getting on the games. I definitely wouldn't want to get on his wrong side. And obviously then we got Olivia, and Olivia being... we're just having a little bit of an issue on the side. Obviously, we got a comment there saying that obviously all training very hard. We got Olivia, who is obviously doing Love Island, Towie, and it's just been on ITV2's Olivia Met Her Match. And, she's doing this ahead of her wedding imminently with Bradley Dack, footballer for Blackburn Rovers. So this is quite an exciting time for all of them. I'm just checking on the technical side. Thanks again for bearing with us, everybody. I appreciate it is a tough one. Bear with us. We're just seeing what's there. You're probably all leaving me already. I'm just before we can we just give it one more minute, because I'm just waiting to see what's happening that end. I'm just talking to our technical people backstage, because that end are talking to me as well. So just give me one more second. Personally, I don't know about everybody else, but I think probably the only athletics thing I really enjoyed probably was the javelin. That's probably about the best. We're just saying, okay, just to my backstage people, just waiting to get the confirmation that they're not trying to come back on because of their Wi-Fi signal. Right, I think, guys, we are going to leave it there. And if we get them back, we'll put out a message, and hopefully we'll be able to get them back on to ask some of those other nice stuff we wanted to ask, because we got nice stuff about Harry Potter still to delve into, and we all want to know, what about Mel B coming along? So thanks very much, guys. Apologies again for the technical issues. Gonna have a little chat now, go give them a call. Hopefully we'll be back with you, but thank you for watching. Speak to you soon. Bye.